My worldview is summed up in 3 words, La ilaha illallah. That means there is none worthy of worship except God. Ironically, some of my biggest opposition agree.
This morning, this video popped up on my feed. Ramadan is much more than skipping lunch.
Usually my daily Project X videos are much more prepared and cinematic, but I'm not in New York, I'm at my place in Miami. What do you want to say to Miami from Canada?
I've been watching you since I was 13.
How old are you now?
19.
That's a long time.
It is.
Enjoy Miami. I should be getting sun, but I was watching Hasanabi review my content and everything started to click. Literally everyone in politics is grifting. The definition of grifter is someone who engages in petty swindling, and the Google trend skyrockets with social media because that's how everyone successful here makes money. But if you're too dumb to talk politics or smart enough to avoid it, you can grift an audience with sports, BBLs, barking, twerking, and screaming. When the camera turns on, you say, "Hey guys, I love you," and the camera turns off. Holy f***, I hate those guys. 3 years ago, I started streaming when I realized how easy that grift was. I would spend weeks scripting, filming, and editing documentaries for YouTube that were getting demonetized, and I saw this liberal grifter react to them and make 10 times the money.
He is talented. That's the saddest part, is just like he's just using it for garbanzo.
Turns out his grift is getting rich, shitting on rich people. Genius, really. Then there's grifters like Abba and Preach, whose content is reacting to grifters, calling everyone crazy while never holding an opinion on anything. Very profitable. Then there's Ethan Klein, who pretends to be liberal, waving a rainbow flag, whose real agenda is to spread Israeli propaganda. Ben Shapiro is exactly this, but on the right and much shorter. The only reason I'm back doing videos for free every day on X while banned on YouTube is because I love it so much and I can finally afford to. If I was a money-hungry grifter, I could so easily lean into the right wing and just stop talking about Israel. I know the talking points by heart. It's not hard to captivate that audience. There's only 2 genders, not 1, not 3, 2. But I can't because of that one impenetrable concept. La ilaha illallah. There's none worthy of worship except God and God alone. It's a statement everyone rational agrees with. Even Hasanabi.
Yeah, dude, you're never getting unbanned, big dog. I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta be. Yeah.
It's a racist Casey Neistat video.
I laughed so hard when he called me racist Casey Neistat because I like that title. If you don't know him, Casey Neistat is one of the few creators who almost never grifted anything. Pioneering cinematics with an entrepreneurial mindset on social media. And I was fanboying this morning when he followed me back. He uploaded daily New York vlogs for years while mostly avoiding politics and was able to spread love and motivate people. Do I agree with his Israel support? You know the answer. But admittedly, I like the title racist Casey Neistat to a fault. Why? Hot take for the right wing, racism is wrong, along with homophobia and the other new phobias. Is racism funny? Absolutely. But if you're not careful, like I admittedly have not been in the past, you can create an audience of people that don't just see it as humor. You also just hand your political opposition an easy reason to cancel you everywhere. White and black supremacists alike, racists don't seem to understand the hypocrisy in being God-fearing while simultaneously worshiping their own skin color.
Well, why can't God be black? You seemed so disappointed a second ago.
Why would God, the almighty creator, have a skin color?
How did you get a skin color?
God created us.
So God creates skin color, but people, he don't have one.
Yeah, God created the trees too. He's not a tree. That's a stupid argument. Homophobia and misogyny are wrong because you are hating on delusional people who really need guidance. The blue-haired feminist is just as lost as the gay man who was molested as a child. Hating them will only further radicalize them. And watching the stream of a guy that I've been internet beefing with for so long made me realize how similar we are.
Ramadan is just skipping lunch. You guys are so fucking weak and pathetic. It's the same people that would die or kill themselves if they couldn't get a fucking Twinkie.
His tactics were very obvious to me. He supports Palestine so strongly, which I commend him for, but to avoid cancellation, he positions himself as the sole anti-Semite in the space. I'm not a Holocaust denier and never was. They only accuse me of this because they know it'll cancel you. In fact, my last name is Balantazi, a Hungarian Jewish name. How can I be a Holocaust denier when I'm a direct descendant of Holocaust survivors? My family died in Auschwitz. The truth is, what people like Hassan and everyone in politics know is deep down, nothing is more important than our faith in God. Politics is just a slimy game of deception. Pedestalizing yourself to the point where your cult can worship you like a god. Politics is all about money and power. Ultimately, if you fear God, you know that everything is predestined, and on a grand scale, your political efforts are useless. The real chess moves are made by people far richer and more powerful than any of us will ever be. And the politics we see are nothing more than reality TV. Modern politics is just entertainment for people who think they're too smart to watch wrestling. This is why 2 years ago I called out the Red Pill Godfather for saying high-value men need vasectomies. Being a high-value man has nothing to do with material and everything to do with God. This is where someone like Hassan's worldview falls apart too. Deep down, he knows you cannot fear God and promote transgenderism. He knows gay people are confused just as he knows how well they make a loyal audience. Like all the grifters in politics, he knows how to use confusion for his material advantage. And like everyone I mentioned, we all know this life is just a test.
SNEAKO destroyed Hasanabi, bro. If you don't have Islam in your life, then you are nothing. Islam will be victory without you or with you. Decision is yours.